it's gonna say 0.
Ah. And is there a way to find out who's watching?
No. It starts casting stuff. Start now. I'll just kill her on it. Very nice. Let's kill the nest interrogator. Whoever. Let's say my co-healer can stun it now. Nice. Keep it in a stunned state if you can. Very nice. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's progression is over, so now we can dribble with the bossy. The boss is fairly simple, and yet it can be so overcomplicated at some points. We are not gonna do the teasing part of the things where the tanks run away to keep the movement of the range DPS smaller. Instead, we are gonna apply easier standard tactics for this boss. First tanking position is this platform where I am. I'm gonna mark myself for easier convenience. So basically, when we start the fight, you're gonna taunt the boss here. You're gonna stand like I'm standing, and boss is gonna be on a tanking marker, with melee DPSs standing behind boss. That's your position here. Your next tanking position is here. Same drill, you stand like this, you place the boss on the tanking marker, DPSs are behind it. Your next tanking position is then probably over there. You stand like this, and boss is on tanking marker. You will be at this point probably facing the boss to the entrance. While all the way up to this point, you're facing the boss to the throne where the boss is now. Because when we come here, ranged DPSs will probably spend all their platforms on this side, and we'll have to swap sides at that point. Important things to remember for the tanks, if you never did this before. When you are taunting the boss, you need to be on the platform you want to be. The boss is not movable per se, he is translocating, which means that if you're standing where I'm standing, and you taunt the boss here and then come back, most likely boss will not follow, instead it will just swap aggro to a random person, and probably for the sake of a joke jump to some range DPS on a DPS marker. So always be mindful that when you are on correct position, you can taunt the boss. One more heads up. For example, I'm tanking the boss now. While you're tanking the boss, never stand like this. Never stand in between two platforms, because the boss will constantly swap locations between two platforms, which is very annoying for the melee DPSs. So always stand in the middle of platform you're tanking on. When I say in the middle, I mean to the very edge, in the middle line of the ending. So like there, and then here, and so on and so on. You are tank swapping when main tank who's holding aggro gets simplification. Taursin will pull first. So when Taursin gets simplification, which is a big red circle, Griffin, you're going to taunt the boss off. However, when you are tank swapping, so you see the cast of simplification, you taunt the boss and stand in front of it, but you need to be on the correct platform. So don't wait for the wait for the start of the cast, and then taunt, and then the boss will swap aggro to you, and then you can stand in front of the boss freely while the other tank will move and remove the platform. So basically only simplification is your tank swap mechanic. If you get Inferno as a tank, move like this slightly, place Inferno here, and then move back to safe position and continue tanking. Is that part of the tanking clear?
Yeah. Well, it's just before I usually the tactics is we either stand in the corners and then when we get the inferno we move to another corner. That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it
While you're tanking. As an off tank, when you're waiting for a tank swap, you should be behind the boss, not in front.
Yeah.
So you don't get cleaved by the boss constantly because it's increasing healing required.
Okay.
Platforms. Melee group. Tanks plus Furby and Aldrich. How do you remove the platforms? First platform you remove is tanking marker, then healing marker, then DPS marker. When DPS marker is removed, tanks are moving to their new tanking location on double tanking markers, and then you continue taking this platform, then this platform, then this, and so on till the end of the wall. Usually, boss will be dead when we reach DPS marker. Usually. Okay? Okay. Arrange DPSs, which includes the healers. We will remove healing marker and healing marker first. Those two platforms. Then we are removing the platform we are standing on. This one. We will be gathered all here for the start of the fight on the DPS marker, while removing two healer marker first. When we remove those two platforms, then we are removing this one, DPS marker. Then we are going tanking marker, tanking marker, tanking, and so on. When we come to this platform, when we remove this platform here, that I marked again with the DPS marker, we're gonna call for tanks to switch side, which means that at this point, tanks need to switch on this edge of the inner platforms and face the boss towards the entrance, so the ranged DPSs don't get cleaved. And then we as a range group move to the opposite side and do mirror image of removing platforms. So two healing markers first again, and then the rest of platforms in sync. Infernos is the debuff placed by the boss on random players. When the debuff expires, the player will drop a fire circle on the ground. When you see that you have this debuff, please place this exclusively on corners of the platforms, like these markers. Do not be them in the middle, because that will probably kill a bunch of people. I will try my best to call out who has Inferno. Boss will also give affliction to people. This does moderate damage over time. It cannot be cleansed, so we need to heal through it. That's pretty much it. Any questions for me?
Yeah, just to clarify, so the second taunt is going to be on this one, and then the third is over there.
Yes.
So that, yeah.
And if we switch side, let's say right now we're attacking him here, and you say switch sides, so we go here, right? This is the platform we'll be attacking him if we switch sides.
Yeah, but we won't switch side that fast. So basically, approximately till the very end, you will probably be able to keep him on the side we start.
Okay.
Okay. Let's bring in the thunder. You can go towers in when ready.
Okay.
Wait. If you're doing like that, then you can let the Griffin pull, and then you taunt off him. Yeah. Well, as I said, worry not. Let's just try to make platforms a bit more cleaner. Also, tanks need to rotate these cities, or Thundering Blast from Tyrans will smack ya in the face, and even on VM it's gonna be extremely annoying towards you.
Sorry, I'm ready.
Okay, we can go.
Okay, point in 3, 2, 1.
From standard VM rates, I would say this operation might be hardest for the new tanks to tank. Tank swap? Infernos, please place them at the edges if you have them. Tank swap. You cannot. You have to don't mid cast, or this is not a misposition on the DPS part. Infernos, those who have them, please place them safely. Infernos, please check if you have them. Let's go raid buffs. Tank swap. Infernos. Tank swap. Face the boss towards the entrance, so swap sides as attack. Towers don't, because Griffin I think fell off.
Yeah.
Please call for that.
Give me a. Is that okay?
Face the boss towards the entrance side, or you're gonna. Okay, it did it. It's that. When we swap to this side, don't forget as a tanks that you need when I say swap side with the boss, that you need to go to the other position and face the boss differently. Or it's gonna one-shot people with Thundering Blast. Nice job.
Anyone has the weekly? Maybe.
Oh, I forgot that people are. So whoever, thank you, because the game still says I'm a group leader, but I can't do a Reddit check because I'm not a group leader. Very interesting things are happening. Right. Okay. So let's give it a go. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you can even wing it however you like.
Yeah. Okay, pull in 3, 2, 1, pull.
Well, range should remove range platforms, or we're gonna empty room very quickly. And there you go. This is why I usually do selected pattern. I never trust people. Especially old people, like Monty.
I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Ah, someone placed an inferno on top of me.
Oh, I don't have to jump off in retro mode.
No, no, you don't have to go down.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
There is
Okay,
no,
fine, or should I take it?
I need some heals.
there is no such thing. The healer was killed by an inferno.
Oh.
Oh, pipe. Infernos.
Yeah, taunted, okay.
Mr. Boss is away.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't think that.
Be careful with the infernos if you have them. Please place them on the sides.
Oh. Agronol is dead.
Oh no.
No worries.
Old age finally got you.
Yeah, nah, me.
Infernos. Oh, I like how they are repeat like a minefield that you can't pass to the next side. Boss, you should be dead. Bye. No one likes you. I'm gonna res the Monty. Oh look, we have achievement.
Much.